Hey, it's me, Renee. Hello, everybody. We are back here again for another music reaction. Today we have a request by my oldest son. He said, Mom, listen to Supertramp, the Logical song. Don't know anything about it, never heard of it. And if he suggested it, I'm doing it. So, the only way I will know anything about it, though, is if I press play.
When I was young, it seemed that life was so wonderful, a miracle. Oh, it was beautiful, magical, and all the birds in the trees, they be singing so happily, oh, joyfully, oh, playfully, watching me. But then they sent me away.
Okay, well, first off, I have to say I do like this guy's voice. But this being what I'm seeing here, I don't know. Is this a band? Is this just the one guy? Well, maybe I'll find out later into this. But I want to start this over because I was having a little trouble trying to figure out if I had good enough volume, because it seems like sort of a list of things that he's using multiple words and things like that. I just want to start over and make sure I got the basis, this foundation here at the beginning.
When I was young, it seemed that life was so wonderful, a miracle. Oh, it was beautiful, magical, and all the birds in the trees, they be singing so happily, oh, joyfully, oh, playfully, watching me. But then they sent me away to teach me how to be sensible, logical, oh, responsible, practical. And then they showed me a world where I could be so dependable, oh, clinical, oh, intellectual, cynical.
Okay, so at first I'm thinking, that life was so wonderful and all that other stuff. I have visions in my head, since my son is the one who requested it, of when they were toddlers and little kids running around having all kinds of fun together at home. And I remember my second child telling me that school ruined everything. He was having so much fun staying at home with his brother and his sister. And when his older brother went off to school the year before him, school ruined everything. But here, they're talking about, then they sent me away to a place where they taught me, all these ways to be. And how schools people like fish and kind of molds everybody to the same way of thinking, and the way that's changed over time, from what I was taught in school to what my children were taught in school, who are in their upper 20s to early 30s. And then now, even from what I'm hearing. So, okay, this is like time-lapse stuff here.
Responsible, practical, and then they showed me a world where I could be so dependable, oh, clinical, oh, intellectual, cynical.
After school.
There are times when all the world is asleep, when questions run too deep for such a simple mind. Won't you please tell me what we've learned? I know it sounds absurd, but please tell me who I am.
He doesn't even know who he is. Is it because he's so much like everybody is so similar Everybody's out there trying to do the same thing. Everybody went to school, went to college, got the degree, and a lot of them are in debt for it. And then they go get the job and they're like everybody else, and it's like, well, they didn't even take the time to stop and figure out who they really were as a person.
I said, now what would you say? They'll be calling you a radical, a liberal, oh, fanatical criminal. Oh, won't you sign up your name? We'd like to be your acceptable, respectable, oh, presentable, a vegetable. Oh, take it, yeah. But at night, when all the world's asleep, the questions run so deep for such a simple mind.
So he has all these questions at night when he lays down and his mind's quiet and the world's quiet. He starts to ask all these questions in his mind. Even though he's describing life that just goes on. It's like a might as well be an assembly line of how people go through life. But he said, oh, watch what you say. They'll be calling you a radical, a liberal, something else. Oh, goodness. I have to say, I don't know when this song came out, but either way, it sounds like today. Wow. Yeah, let me go back just a teeny bit.
Questions run so deep for such a simple mind. Won't you please tell me what you've learned? I know it sounds absurd. Please tell me who I am. Who I
Is that Cowbell? Oh my gosh, but I'm so loving this musical solo part here.
and so logical.
Oh my goodness, y'all. I don't even know what to say. It sounds like it doesn't, I mean, the words sound like it applies to today, but I think that this must have been written by Supertramp or whoever, at least a decade, 2 decades, 3 decades ago, whenever it was. But it sure sounds like the things that are going on today. And I love the wordplay. They're not afraid of, using big words and people won't understand them, but also a little scary like if it was written way back, and it's kind of like a warning to us today, if that's the case. And that makes me nervous. Because yes, we do have to watch out for all of these things. And how many people are now homeschooling their kids um, that wouldn't have been doing so before? A lot of things have been found out that are, that perhaps parents don't agree with being taught in school, and the parents not having any control over what's being taught in the school. Yeah, and just trained up to be a certain way, instead of training your kid up with, the basics of being a good human being, to be honest, to be compassionate, to be kind, to help others, to take care of yourself, not depend on anyone else to take care of you, and just think critically and not believe everything that you read or you're told or whatever, to learn for yourself. At least that's still how I taught my children. But it seems like they're talking about a time when, you know, you go from childhood all the way through and you become somebody you don't even recognize. And yet he's asking, tell me who I am. He thought he was doing all the right things, like on the path everybody else was taking. And in the end, he just doesn't even know who he is. But the musicality too. Oh, I loved all the instruments. This has got to be a band, especially the saxophone. Oh my word. That made it like a lighthearted feeling song too, that you could kind of, bop around to, but and then you're listening to the words and you're kind of like, whoa, wait a minute. Yeah, this is definitely one I'm gonna have to go back and listen to again and make sure I may even write down all the words that they start listing off that like they were doing, because I want to find for sure the common theme there. But thank you, Ian, my son Ian, for suggesting Supertramp to me, the logical song. Everyone go like, comment, share, and subscribe to Supertramp and YouTube and anywhere else you find them on social media. And you can see down below all the ways to follow me and where, and also, this way, how to make a request and get it bumped up to the front of the line. Buy me a coffee or a Cash App over here. Otherwise, if you have a suggestion, I would love to hear it. If you know the details of this song, I want to know. Please feel free to tell me in the comments, because I am all about music needs to mean something. Music needs to make you feel something. So yeah, music is just super important, and I know it hits you in the brain right where your thoughts and feelings are, and it triggers memories. And I wonder, do any of you have a memory associated with this song, the logical song? Because if you do, put it in the comments too. I want to know. But my friends, I do need to go. So it is time to say goodbye, but only goodbye for now.